Come and fly away with me. Come and fly away with me. Come and fly away with me.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Y'all, I haven't been on here in almost 2 weeks, but I told myself the other day, I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna let the 2-week mark come and I don't come and chop it up with y'all, because so much has happened. That's why I really need to start getting into my vlogs. Y'all, lost my voice because I had to cuss somebody out the other day, but I'm not sick anymore. But I had to cuss a mofo out the other day. I got out of character, okay? But I'm here, I'm back, and I'm ready to tap into some videos with y'all. And it's Halloween time, and it's my favorite time of the year. Even though I didn't really plan out a costume this year, but I plan to do like a big thing next year, God willing I'm still here. But I love Halloween. I actually decorated outside of my house with my nephew, and I was like, I have to give y'all at least 2 or 3 like scary stories or whatever. But today's story is not that scary. Today I'm going to be it is scary. It's not like spooky scary, it's like creepy scary. But I'm going to be giving you guys some stories that I have, some online scary situations that has happened to me over the years. And when I tell y'all, y'all gonna be like, y'all gonna be gasping. But I'm about to gag y'all in a second. But y'all, before I gag y'all, I have to just give y'all a few little updates, right? So for everybody that's been here, I got some updates for y'all. Everybody that's just coming here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to have y'all here. But for all my, I want to call y'all the name that I kind of picked. Thank y'all for everybody that like put their input and their contribution to the name decisions, like what we're gonna call our tribe. Thank you for everybody who commented on that. And I still haven't had the poll vote yet, but there is one name that I'm like so sick about. Like, I really want this name for us, so I'm hoping y'all love it too. So I'm gonna do that on a separate community post, but y'all can also vote down here and put some names and whatever, right? So for all my subbies that's been here, right, so the last time we touched base, we were talking about the employee no friends in the workplace story time that literally took a life of its own, y'all. Like, literally, I had a part 2 to it. I'm about to add it right here for whoever did not see it. You guys can tap into part 1 and part 2 of this story time. But I really did not want to breathe any more life into this situation after the decisions that I made. So I did not want to give a part 3 to this story time because I did not want to drain myself. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to give you guys a little brief update. I'm not going to make it too long because I want to get into the online scary stories. But where we last left off in that situation, you guys know, like, you know, we were dealing with HR. I had a situation in the workplace where somebody was invading my privacy and doing some weird shit. And it got crazy. I didn't go to HR first. They went to HR first, so I had to defend myself. And you guys already know I went to HR with the motherfucking receipts. So I ended up making, like, you know, a lot more enemies because I had to air everybody out. I had to pull out the Uzi and, like, what's that gun that shoot mad fast? The AK. I had to pull out the AK. I had to collateral damage. It had to be a lot done, right? So I went back into work 2 weeks ago, and I remember that whole weekend I was feeling so like uninspired, drained, annoyed and everything, and I was like, fuck, I still gotta go into work. So I went into work, and this is after I handed everything in. So, you know, as soon as I went into work, this was news for everybody. Everybody's finding out what, you know, all the shit that I done said, like, to defend myself. So the manager comes in, one of the ones that was in one of the story times. She come in and she's all angry, she all having a fit. The one that told me I need to sign this, her, and she's a black woman, but she's from Alabama, so she not like New York black, like she's Alabama black. I don't know how to explain the difference. I try not to say too much racial things on here because y'all be feeling away, so I'm not gonna say too much. But she a little Oreo, you know what I'm saying? She a little Alabamian black. So nothing against my Alabamians, but you know, she comes in all hot and heavy, like, oh, can I talk to you for a second at the end of the workday? And I'm like, I guess, like, I already knows about the situation. I just felt like it was so unethical how she came in so hostile. But I was like, you know what, I'll talk to you. I want to hear what you have to say because I'm gonna keep letting y'all put y'all foot in your mouths. So unbeknownst to me, okay, when I get into the meeting room, I'm ambushed once again. This company really likes to ambush people. It's so unethical. You literally have to ask people to meet with them, and you have to tell them what the meeting is about and who they're meeting with. You have to give them information so that they can decide if they want to have this meeting, because I don't have to meet with you if I don't want to. That's my free will. You can do whatever you want to do on your end. If I don't want to meet with you, I don't have to meet with you. I understand that. So when I get there, Clingy's in the office, and she's the manager's basically like, oh, this has to end now. This thing has gone beyond just a little simple write-up. It wasn't supposed to be this deep. You're handing in stuff. She's handing in stuff. This is to the point where we're gonna fire you both. If you both can't work together, we're gonna fire you both. And I'm just like, fire me both? Bitch, don't threaten me with a motherfucking good time. What? First of all, I'm the victim here, number one, okay? You're not going to take that away from me. You're trying to throw threats out there because now this has become something that y'all can't handle. Because y'all didn't think I had all these bullets in my Uzi. That's what's going on, right? So now Clingy's all like, I don't have any issues with her. I can work with her. I'm fine. I don't have any problems. Like, she's all copping and playing stuff. And manager's like, yeah, well, you guys should just apologize and make up. I said, listen, I'm not apologizing to nobody about Nathaniel, okay? My privacy was violated. I'm the victim here, and I'm not going to rebuke, or whatever, renege anything that I have said or any choices that I have made. I stand on everything. Okay? She looking at me like, do you even want to work here? I'm like, I want to work. I don't know if I want to work here, but I want to work. I don't want to work under these conditions, my mental health, my stability. She's like, oh, well, we want you to have a comfortable place to work. That's why we're trying to figure this out. Blah, 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 blah. One thing that gagged me was she's like, well, you're not the only victim. Clingy's a victim too. I'm like, Clingy's a victim to what? Clingy's a victim to who? To what? I have never intruded or invaded on Clingy's life in no capacity. I have no interest in her world. Literally, okay? So she's like, oh, well, Clingy said that the morning of this day you were texting her. You texted her about 8 times, talking about the whole, like, sharing your social media stuff, and she was at work, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, first of all, rewind that back. Take it back a little bit. Monday, I was off from work. Clingy was at work. Clingy calls me from work at noon. Still got it in my call log. On my day off, to give me tea. Hey girl, I got tea for you. I got tea. So I'm like, what's tea? I love tea. What's tea? Is it piping hot? Little did I know the tea was about me. I was not in the energy or the spectrum to relay how I felt about it, so I sent her way. And I told her I would talk about, I would link her. I told her I would text her, I would link her. I'm busy right now. I wasn't feeling the conversation, and I wasn't about to hear more about it. I just wanted to wrap it up real quick. Because me, I'm a person, when I have things set, I have things to do for the day, I can't let my emotions or stuff like that get wrapped up, because I will get nothing done. So if I see anything that's going to bother my spirit and I know I got stuff to do, let's hold off on this for a second. That's how I learned to manage my anger. Because before, I used to just go off the hinges. Like, literally, I was like a pressure cooker. Like, literally just like ready to snap. And it was not benefiting me. I was putting myself in very fucked up positions. And so I had to stop and be like, you know what? If this is a situation that I believe is not of me, for me, and is not gonna put me in a good energy space, I'm gonna hold off until I'm able to gather my thoughts and handle it later, because I got shit to do right now. So I say that to say, I told Clingy I was gonna hit you back up. The next morning on my way to work, I hit you back up. You already get to work early, whatever. If you didn't want to answer, you didn't have to answer. And that's how I don't like to explain myself to people, and that's why I like to ghost people and cut people off without explanation. Because the only reason why I wrote you and explained what I was upset about and what you did and how I need you to stop doing it was because I had a level of respect for you, and you were my coworker. But I could have just ghosted you. I could have just came in and ignored you and made you feel real dumb and made you feel real you would have been confused, you would have been blocked, you would have been getting ignored in person, or you would have just been in a fucked up mental position, not understanding what's going on, and it would have looked like straight harassment because obviously I'm not responding to you. Stop talking to me. Like, I could have moved with you any type of way, like, you know what I'm saying, made you feel very uncomfortable by that, but I chose to explain myself to you, and then you twist that around as I was harassing you. Baby girl, you hit me on my day off, and then I sent you information, and I was like, girl, anything that you sent to HR, they already have, because I sent them everything. So if they wanted to look at that as harassment, they would have been looked at it like that. They read everything and met with me before and after it too. So whatever, you just want to even out the total poll, make yourself a victim. So we ended off the conversation. It was like, oh, we want you guys both to have a comfortable work environment, we want you to get past this, blah blah blah. I said whatever. I left for the day. When I get home, I'm sitting down, I roll a blunt, I'm trying to smoke, I'm trying to chill. That usually calms down my anxiety. That usually get my head back focused. Whenever I'm upset or I got a lot to do, I'm overwhelmed, I light a spliff. It zones me in. A lot of people be trying to like talk ish about me, like smoking marijuana and stuff like that, and I don't care, because this is a sidebar. Like, that should get me going. Like, I really get a lot done when my mind is at peace, because I'm an artist and I'm a creative. My head is spinning, like always rotating like a mile a minute. Like, I'm always thinking about a million and one things. So when I get to smoke, I get to just chill for a second. It calms me down, my anxiety, anything I'm over emotional about, and I get to focus. Like, if I want to focus on this, I can actually focus on it. You know what I'm saying? If I'm sewing, hand sewing, I smoke a spliff. Something that would have took me all day to do takes me like an hour because I sit down and focus. But whatever, that's what weed does for me. But nevertheless, I'm sitting down, I'm smoking, and I'm like, yo, like, I'm still mad, I'm still annoyed, I'm still tight, and I'm like, I keep feeling like these black women in these environments, or these, you know, people of color or whatever, keep disrespecting me, and I'm tired of it. I don't want to deal with it anymore. So you know what, I'm not going back. I just literally, while I was smoking, I was like, I'm not going back. Like, I'm thinking about the money I'm making, and I love money, but after taxes, because y'all already know I ain't got no kids, so I ain't got no dependents, and they're not giving me no type of money for Latte. Latte, my puppy, ain't giving me no money for him. Oh, let me put this creepy video. No, I'm not gonna put it up here. Go to my Instagram if y'all want to see Latte scared of like this big skeleton. It's on my Instagram. But nevertheless, yeah, they ain't giving me no money for Latte. I know I keep drifting off, but y'all know how I am. I be drifting off in stories. But nevertheless, I'm like, yo, I'm looking at the money I'm making. They taking mad taxes out. Like, I'm getting like $500 in taxes being taken out my check, including state, all this different stuff. And then like transportation, like it cost me like what, a month? If I buy a month pass to get to and from work, it's like $300. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the money and I'm just like, I really don't need this job, because 60% of my income is going to taxes, transportation, and we're not even talking about food and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, and it's coming with all this stress. And I remember last year, like around this time or a little later on, because my birthday's coming up, y'all. My motherfucking birthday, big Capricorn season is coming up, okay? So we need to like tap into and talk about that a little bit, but not now, maybe another video. But around this time, my birthday last year, like, I was going through stress with one of the managers. Remember I tell you the other manager who was like weird or whatever, like, and it was affecting me around the time of my birthday. I was annoyed, and I just don't want to be in no negative spirits. I just feel like I don't have to stay nowhere. I'm not celebrated. I don't have to stay nowhere. I'm uncomfortable. My life is mine. I'm in control, and I should really be in control, and I should take movements and take signs from God to exit stage left when it's something that's not suitable for me. So I was like, this is not suitable for me. I'm not going back. But y'all, I couldn't just leave like that. I had to leave with a bang. So I did have like about like 20 something sick hours left, and I was like, I'm about to use them up, because they don't let you. I went back and read all the policies and stuff in the handbook, and they don't let you leave with your sick hours. So I was like, all right, I'm finna call out all week. The next week I'm finna just call out, use my shit up, and then the day my sick hours is done, I'm gonna send in my letter of resignation. But I'm not gonna send it to my managers. I'm gonna send it to HR, because I'm gonna add some salt in there, and I'm gonna leave with a cliffhanger. You get what I'm saying? So I did that. And y'all, the second, what was the second or third day? I think it was like I don't know, one of them days. Second or third day I called out for the week. I get 2 calls from 2 different managers. I didn't answer. They left voicemails like, oh, hey, you haven't showed up for work. You called out. Please make sure you bring a sick note, blah, blah, blah. Like, bitch, I know the policy. Like, bitch, I'm not coming back, actually. Like, y'all just trying to see what's up, what's Tia, because y'all left off with that last unethical conversation with me, and then I just go ghost like that. I love when I do that to people, because now you don't know what I'm doing. You don't know what I'm planning. You don't know what I got under my sleeve. You thought you had me at checkmate, bitch. The game is not over, okay? So this is getting long. Where am I? Oh my god, I'm supposed to be talking about something else. Let me just wrap this up. So nevertheless, if y'all want to see the backstory to this, go to the other videos I was telling y'all about. I'm gonna add it in the link below. But nevertheless, long story short, I didn't answer their call. They left a voicemail. And on that last day of the week, I sent in my letter of resignation to HR. And I sorted it. I was like, yeah, like, this company, this is what people be doing. And for my mental health and this and that. And, my representatives will be in touch. But I will not be returning. I got an email back from HR, like, literally later on that day, like, hey, we don't want you to leave the company. We can make arrangements to have you moved here to do this. Why I wasn't trying to make those arrangements for me before? Oh, left them on red too. Didn't answer that email. And am I gonna go forward and file and do something? Maybe not. Can't say it here because we have motherfucking fans out there keeping tabs on your homegirl. I got a lot of monitoring spirits on your girl. You feel me? The other day, I really realized that I have a lot of monitoring spirits on me based on certain stuff that people that are not a part of my immediate life has said to me or said about me. And I'm just like, damn, y'all are watching face. So I really gotta be mindful of the things I do say on here, because I never know who's watching. But as far as my tribe goes, that's what I wanted to update y'all on. I left that motherfucking job, and y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I've been happy ever since. Not only have I made money, I've gotten opportunities to make money, and I've made a whole lot of money untaxed, okay? And I cleaned up my room, which I've been dying to do. I've been dying to reset my design station, because I have bought like new like stuff like for my design sewing stuff, like for my thread. I wanted to hang it up here. My neighbor had gave me a new mannequin, like a vintage mannequin. I wanted to decorate it. There's so much stuff I wanted to do. I got to spray paint my mannequin. I got to do so much stuff. Like, I took my dog to the park. I went out with my friends. I went to a haunted mansion. I went to a bar to have drinks. I went to a lounge. Like, I've been designing. I got like a new client. That's a big client, y'all. I got a big client. But I'm still like not gonna tell y'all, because I don't like to really like just put everything out there. I want things to come out first, like, you know what I'm saying? But y'all gonna see. And I'm like, yo, this is God. Like, sometimes you have to understand God will give you signs to take you from where you are comfortable and to place you where you will thrive. You feel me? And like, we have to take those signs. We have to take heed to them. And not only that, some doors you gotta push. If a door is like wiggling, want to close that shit yourself. Close it, because there's another one you have ready to open, like, and there's something better in that other door. So I'm sitting here like, I don't gotta sit here and deal with this. I'm not happy here. All this stuff is happening. I'm out of here. And guess what? Ever since I left, I've been happier. And the reason why I know I made a good decision and that I'm going in the right direction is because ever since I left the job, I've been having like random attacks from like strangers. And like, when I say random, I'm not doing anything to provoke these attacks, like verbal attacks, physical attacks, all type of attacks. And I'm just like, oh, y'all couldn't get me here. So now that demon, that spirit, you're trying to migrate into other people. And now you're really going hard, because you're like, oh, I didn't close the door on you. And I'm walking in faith, and I'm walking in confidence, and I'm walking in motherfucking courage. And you can't stop me. Ain't no monkey stop this show yet. So you finna send a little more puppets my way. And guess what? Your girl is always ready and prepared for confrontation. Because what I'm gonna always do, win. So with that being said, let's get started into the story time, you guys. And today, finally, we are starting the story after like 20 something odd minutes. We are going to be talking about some scary online situations that I have happened to me. Like, I'm talking about real bad shit crazy. Like, like, I still cannot fathom these things, right? So I wrote down a list on my phone. Let me look it up. And let's finna get started. So the stories, because I'm gonna give y'all multiple short stories. The stories starts off like this. In the wake of Halloween season, let's talk about these scary ass so we was just talking about monitoring spirits, right? And I'm like, literally a lot of these stories have to deal with monitoring spirits. And if you guys don't know what monitoring spirits are basically people who are not a part of your immediate life, but they're always watching you in whatever capacity, whatever portal they have, whether it's social media, whether it's through other people, whatever. They watch you and they pay attention closely to your life, but they're not a part of your immediate life. They're just watching you from afar. Those are monitoring spirits, right? They're watching everything you're doing. They're trying to find out your business, whatever. And a monitoring spirit could be in anyone, a family, a friend, a stranger, anyone. That's what's so scary about them. They come in all shapes, sizes, and motherfucking hateration. Like, they come in all flavors of hateration. So we're gonna be talking a lot about monitoring spirits in these story times, right? So this is how the first story go. Y'all, I'm minding my business, right? This is probably like a year or two ago. Like, probably like maybe like a year or two ago. I can't pinpoint it, right? But I'm gonna add the video here, right? So I'm minding my business. I actually had like my homeboy who was doing a photo shoot, and his theme around it, like, he wanted me to like design the outfits for the girls, and his theme around it was like he had like a little Barbie playhouse, and he got the girls cooking dope or whatever and counting money and doing all that stuff for like one of his scenes in his video, which was mad cool. Like, I loved it. I'm so mad because the video never came to fruition because he ended up getting locked up or whatever. He out now, he good, but I need to tell him like he still needs to launch it. But it was so cool, it was so cute. I don't know the videographer IG name. I would tag him, but I'm gonna try to see if I could find clips from that video or whatever the case may be, right? So he, long story short, he invited me to the video shoot. Story ain't even about him. He invited me to the video shoot. My boy had mad prop money. Like, you know, you got prop money and the raps, hundreds dollars, singles, whatever. He had prop money. So after we done filming the shoot, whatever, y'all know me, I like to make little reels, TikToks, etc. So I go ahead and I take some of this prop money. I probably take like some of it, and I just start making videos with it, dropping the money. Mind you, I had one of my swimsuits on that I dressed the models with and stuff, and I'm like, you know, like advertising. I'm like, I'll make a cute little video to make people buy my swimsuits. I'm be throwing this money, like, because the girls on one of the scenes, they had to like throw all the money in the air and stuff like that. It was just like, it was a cute vibe. So I'm gonna add the video right here, right? So this is the video I'm talking about, right? Can I add all of it? There's some parts that I might have to clip out because of YouTube. I don't want them to like demonetize me. So nevertheless, this is the video that I made, and I posted it on Instagram. Mad innocent. I'm not thinking anything of it. I'm not thinking there's nothing crazy. The money's not even real. The money's fake. You feel me? So I'm getting people who are like re-tagging me, reposting me, and the song I used in that video, that's actually my homeboy's song, right? So I'm promoting his song too. So people are asking me about like the song, you know, my outfit, just something cute. It's all pink, whatever. And I get this one repost in my mentions, and I just skimmed through it because I didn't recognize the person that was reposting me. Usually people that repost me be like people that I know, I'm familiar with. So I wasn't familiar with the page, so I just kind of went through it. So now I went to go and do like a whole like screen recording of everybody who mentioned me, so I could just do a story post and be like, oh, thank y'all, whatever. And as I'm doing the screen recording, I'm looking at the post, this page this girl made by reposting me, and the girl is throwing nasty shade. Like, she didn't repost me on some like, ooh, hard eyes or whatever. It was nasty shade. She said, I wish I had the screenshots because I literally had everything, but I got a new phone now, so a lot of the stuff I'm talking about, y'all know I like to give y'all receipts. So I think the only thing I have is something on my Instagram post because I was trolling her after, so I'm gonna put it up there when we get to that part of the story. But yeah, so I'm freaking whatchamacallit, yeah, what was I to? Well, I forgot. Oh yeah, so I'm reading this post, right? I'm reading this post and it says something like, oh, this girl was supposed to be a fashion designer. Now she's out here hoeing. Like, look at her, like, getting money thrown on her. Whole time, I'm throwing her money on myself. Like, whole time I'm in a, whole time we're in a pink studio. It's not even a real pink house. Like, it just got like 3 walls painted pink. And the entrance is like right here. And it got like a fake house setup. Like, y'all see in the video. Like, I'm just like, what are you even talking about? Like, oh, I had high hopes for you. The only reason I should have been unfollowed you when you violated my homegirl, but the only reason I kept following with you was because I liked your designs. And now it seemed like all you do is club shit, hoe shit, whatever. Like, I don't even know how far I want to bring this back, because the audacity is on so many different levels that I can't comprehend. I'm not understanding. Like, yo, you see how I'm getting irate right now, because this is exactly how I felt when it had happened. Because the first thing, let me just break it down without being irate, right? First thing I felt was, who are you? Who is this? Because when I clicked on the page, I did not recognize this person. But I seen that there were people that were mutuals. And some of the people I seen, I know of. Like, some people that have been my customers in the past when I used to do custom clothing. People that still follow me and stuff. But I don't follow this girl and I don't know her. Never seen her page name. Never talked to her. Never had any interaction. This looks like a completely strange page to me. It's not a fake account though, because there's activity on the account. There's recent posts. There's comments. So I could tell it's a real account. And they got mutuals with me, but I don't know this person. So I write her like, is there an issue? Like, why are you reposting my photo, my video, and you talking hot? Like, I don't even know you. She's all like, oh, you don't know me, but I know you. I'm like, why are you even following me? Oh, I like your designs, like I said, but I would never get nothing made from you. If you make something, I'll just go and get it made, because I never liked your attitude from she said some year 2000 and something like that. And I'm just like, girl, I don't even know. First mistake I made was even writing her. I should have just blocked her and got rid of her. But this is what ended up happening. So I'm like, girl, I don't even know you. I don't know anybody that I made like anything for that knows. Like, I never met you. I don't even understand why you have all this plex. So like, oh no, you know my friend. You made something for my friend before, and then you had an attitude with her. And when she asked you to fix something, you didn't want to fix it. You try to recharge her, blah blah. First of all, any business dealings I have with a customer, that's my dealings with them. They sign a contract with me. We don't have a 3-way contract. So I don't give a hell how you feeling away for your friend. Because when your friend be ordering stuff from Fashion Nova and it don't come out looking the way it's supposed to look when they order stuff from Shein, you don't go and have plex with Shein underneath their comments and their stories and stuff like that. So if I have a business transaction with somebody and they signed a contract, and I haven't been sued yet, right? Well, I got sued a long time ago, but I'm talking about like, as far as what she's talking about, that was a direct situation. But I haven't, so obviously I was within my grounds of recharging her. Whoever, I don't even know who she's talking about. I don't even remember. I don't even know. Like, we're in 2024, bro. And I haven't custom designed in 4 years. My last custom design was literally like 2019, like 2020. Like, I have not custom designed since then. So, because I had stopped custom designing when my father passed. So, I'm like, I don't even know this girl, what she's talking about. So, me and her is going back and forth. So, I'm just like, girl, you're sitting here trying to call me all types of derogatory names, hoes, this and that. I pull up her page. I start screenshotting stuff. I'm looking through her reels, her stories, her pictures. The girl is at motherfucking Trinidad Carnival, Miami Carnival, every type of carnival, G-string panties, skin out, pum pum out of air, people hands in her kunani nani and all this stuff like that. Like, girl, I don't have no content up like that. I may have a little content with every content I have where I'm like, I don't have to explain myself either, but I'm just telling y'all, all the content that I have where I'm like without like clothing, or like not even without clothing, but with like swimwear and stuff like that, is my swimwear, is my shit I'm promoting. Like, I'm wearing my stuff that I'm selling. What is the that's why I never understood. A lot of people have attacked me on my social media for wearing swimwear, And I'm just like, there are a million swimwear brands out there with models in swimwear. What is the problem with me putting on my swimwear that I designed and posting it like every other swimwear brand? How does that make me something derogatory? How does that make me a hoe? I can't take prop money and do a video and now I'm a hoe. Like, the black community is absolutely just disgusting. Like, it really is. Like, it really is. Like, literally, you could look at 1999 runway shows from Versace where girls walking in see-through dresses with their nipple out down the runway, and it's called couture and people are praising it. And your homegirl put a little bikini on that she sewed herself, and she all types of things. But I digress. But I'm like, girl, you got all these videos, all these stuff on your page, but you doing whatless shit, and you're trying to sit here and come for me. Like, I don't accept shade from trees that do not bear fruit. You feel me? Like, I never have and never will again. Like, I used to, never again. So she's all like, oh, that's carnival. It's not the same. You do this on a regular. But like, you don't know nothing I do on a regular. You don't know nothing about me. So now she's like, oh, well, after I posted you, I had mad different pages hit me up talking this about you, telling me about you, so I do this, people that know about. And I'm just like, you got a fan club now? Like, how? I just didn't understand how it went from me, literally, like, I was in this studio, everybody's cleaning up, and I'm like this with the money. My homeboy like, you better clean that up when you done. I'm like, I got you, I'm just having fun. It went from that to people DMing you, you got a whole fan club, people telling you this about me, this and that, and I'm just like, that's mad weird. That's like mad fucking weird. Like, and it doesn't end there. So now she's sitting here telling me, sending me screenshots of whatever fake page, because when she sent me the screenshots of the page and what it was telling her about me, I'm looking and I'm like, trying to see the @ name, and when I go type it in, I can't find it. So obviously that page has me blocked. So it has no picture, nothing's obviously a Finsta. So I'm like, y'all sitting here fucking, you bonding with a freaking Finsta, a fake account, over your hatred for me. Like, girl, like, obsession is not a flex. Like, you need to stop. Like, this is weird, bro. Like, this is some weirdo shit. So I blocked her. Blocked her off my shit, but I had screenshot of her stuff, and then in one of my picture slides I put her in here and I was like, me and the haters, whatever. That's her right there. Look at her. You see this what lit shit? Is he this? Is he me? Like, girl, don't worry about me, what I'm doing, please. I'm a grown-ass woman. The fact that people will really try to police strangers. I'm a stranger, you're trying to police me. I'm a grown-ass woman, you're trying to police me. I don't owe you nothing, I don't have no ties to you, you're trying to police me. I don't know you, you're trying to police me. Like, it's weirdo behavior. It's fucking weird. I'm online on a free internet, on my platform, and you're trying to police me. You're watching my content and you don't like me. You're a weirdo. And you want me to be offended by your opinions of me as if it pays my bills. You're a weirdo. Like, mind you, she's saying all this stuff like, oh, you're failing business and all this stuff like that. Like, baby girl, ain't nobody business failing. People feel like because I stopped custom designing that my business went downhill. I'm transitioning. I decided after my dad died and what I had to deal with customers and stuff like that, because my dad died, side part, my dad passed away in like the middle of prom season. So I remember that year I had 56, I would never forget, I had 56 prom orders and I still had some on the way, right? I was booming that year in custom clothing, and he died mid-season in April. So I never dealt with a passing, or, you know, in my family like that close to me. So I didn't understand what was happening or how to deal with it. So I needed time. But even after I announced it and asked my customers to just give me, like, I literally asked them, because my dad is Jehovah's Witness, so we had to bury him a certain way. And I had to ask them to give me, I think I asked for like 2 weeks or something like that. And a majority of my customers did not respect it. Like, they did not respect it. They were more focused on making sure that they actually got their, oh, am I gonna get my stuff on time? I barely got condolences. It was just like, so I was just like, I'm just a seamstress to y'all. Like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not gonna sit here. I'm already affordable. I was making gowns at like literally $1,000 and less. Like, I was making money, but I could have been making a lot more for the work I was actually doing. Like, if y'all haven't seen some of my prom work, I did archive my page, but I did post some recently on my Instagram page. I could see some. I did good work. So I just felt like I wasn't valued or appreciated, and I said I didn't want to do custom anymore, and I stopped. I used to get tons of emails with people still asking me, do you still make custom? And I'm like, no. And I decided that I wanted to start an e-commerce site, which I did, www.shop.deharasnyc.com. Yes, you guys, that's my baby. That's my website. And that's what I want to take to the moon and stars. And I want to start an umbrella brand and sell to different markets and sell different type of, you know, products and stuff like that. Like, I've been working on my business plan for a long time. But a problem with monitoring spirits and the Black community is that people feel like if they don't see the work that you're doing, then you're not working. So I'm not going to sit here and post all my investments, all my accomplishments, all my failures, all the grunt work that I'm doing on the back end. That's not for you to see. That's my journey. That's for me to do. You can see the execution in the product when I'm done, but I'm over here working, baby, and it don't have nothing to do with you. I'm self-invested and I don't have to prove or show you anything. So a lot of people think that like my business failed or something like that. Like, they don't understand that I'm in transition. A lot of them are not business owners, so they don't understand anything that I'm doing at all. So I don't take offense to it. I used to, but not anymore, because I understand now. You feel me? So I'm like, girl, I go to her page, she got a link, and I guess she was selling lashes and lip glosses. Like, girl, the last post on your page is from like 2018. Like, while you're sitting here watching my life, since I stopped custom sewing 4 years ago, and you're still holding on to that. You're still holding on to my life, like my past life that I let go of. Like, girl, get a grip on yourself. Like, you haven't posted on your business page and you haven't sold a lick of lip gloss since then. You need to focus on that, because unlike you, I'm a person who know how to stick to my dreams. You don't know how to stick to your dreams because you don't know yourself, and you don't understand yourself, and you don't love yourself. So you sit down and you watch people like me, and you hate on people like me, and you try to do what I'm doing, but it's not possible, because you know what the difference between us is? Me and you is that I'm focused on me. See, I'm not ever watching what somebody else has on their plate, because I'm not gonna miss what's on mine. Okay? Because I know God got a nice good feast for me. Nice and delicious and motherfucking juicy. Okay? I don't want your dry ass food. I don't want that. I ain't watching that. When you're sitting here watching other people's plate, you're going to miss what's on yours. That's the difference between us. That's why I don't know you and you know me. Okay? So y'all, that was creepy in itself, but it does not end there. This ended up transitioning. So remember I told y'all she was like connecting with this like fake page who were sending her stuff about me and all this stuff like that. And I'm just like, okay, this is a fan club now. Okay, I'm dealing with a fan club. Like, this has been brewing. Like, it's so weird to feel like you're just living and existing in your life, and then people are just cooking and brewing about you behind your back, and it's so fucking weird. And then they're cowards because they can't come up front. Like, her, the only thing I'm gonna say I respect her is that her hatred was so strong that she had to come from her real page. Like, she had to let it be known, like, bitch, I don't like you. I respect that. I respect you for that, Dirty. That's what I'm gonna call her. That's her name. Dirty. I do respect you for that. I ain't gonna lie. It takes a lot of hatred and a lot of courage to do that. A lot of insecurity to get to that point. And I respect it. You let your pride down. Congratulations. Applause. Applause. So, I guess after I blocked her and all that stuff like that, I don't know if this situation ignited this ghost of a person, Finsta, who was sending her stuff about me. I don't know if they're in cahoots. I don't know what was going on. But shortly after, maybe a couple of days after the situation where her happened, I blocked her and everything. The next creepy thing starts where I see a page follows me on Instagram, y'all. And the page starts liking all of my pictures. Like, people do that to get your attention. So they'll follow you, but so that their follow don't get missed, they'll start liking and commenting on all of your pictures. So I'm looking, I'm like, what the hell? I see my dad's picture on the Abby and his name. So I click on the page, y'all, and in the bio, it's my dad's full name, my mom's full name, my full address, my previous address, and my current address. And then
Hey, you guys, this is Editing Sarah. Y'all know I always be forgetting details, but I think I'm going to mention this a little bit further down the line, but so y'all not lost. Not only did this page have my parents' information and my address, they also had photoshopped my dad's picture, my dad's headshot into like a casket, and they were posting that. They were following every last one of my exes, like exes from different freaking facets of my life. Like, I'm looking at guys that I just talked to, guys I seriously dated. Like, they're following these people. They were following my family members that I haven't even had on IG in years. They were following family members on my dad's side, like on my mom's side, like people that I don't even have like as immediate people in my life, old friends that I had problems with. Like, the way this page was structured, I swear to God, it's like a collective of people or like a collection of stuff over the years. Like, you ever see when people collect like artifacts or collect like, these people were collecting information on my life, because literally I can literally see this page look like a time capsule of my life. It included so much of my past. It included people I've interacted with, people I've had issues with, family, friends. Like, it was insane. I could not believe the amount of research that was put into this, like an ongoing research. Like, just to know that there's somebody out there who is analyzing me this much, it's sick, because I'm not even famous, but Jano Star, I don't even know what to say. But let's get back to the story. Wait, before we get back to the story, there was this one screenshot that creeped me out the most, right? So randomly, me and my friends were in Target playing around. We were running in the carts, like, when you go in the shopping carts and you push each other and stuff like that. And we were driving like the accessible, like wheelchair, like driving stuff, like, just acting stupid in Target. And I had fell, and my friend caught it on camera. But as soon as I fell, the footage stopped. Like, she stopped recording so she'd come and help me. I had posted it on my story on a random day. Like, this was random. Do you know that this page had that screenshot of me falling and was posting it like, oh, look at this clumsy bitch falling and all this stuff like that? I'm just like, oh my God, these people are sick. These people are fucking sick. And I had so many people on my personal page writing me like, oh, there's this page following me and messaging me about you and sending me videos of you. Like, bro, they had screen recordings of me like out in clubs just having fun, like clubs that are not even in New York, clubs that are in New Jersey. Like, these people were not only keeping tabs of me, but keeping tabs of like people I would hang out with, because a lot of the footage that they had of me were from like other people pages that like, it was just, oh, I don't even know what to say. Like, let me just get back to the story, but because I can go for hours about weird shit, but I'm just trying to make this as quick as possible. So let's just get right into it. I say all of this to say, like, this is the reason why I don't like people being invested too much into my life, because shit gets weird. Like, even like the whole clingy situation that I was briefly discussing earlier. Stuff like that happens with people like Clingy. People that are too invested into your goddamn life. And then whenever they feel offended by you, then they're sitting here fucking stalking you. Like, that type of investment, like, that's insane. Like, you get paid to be invested into stuff that much, to put that much time and energy into something. For you to be doing that freely off of just pure hatred, it's sick. It's motherfucking sick. I can never dislike somebody that much to invest that much of my time into them, that much of my mental thinking. And like, I don't even have enough storage space in my phone to save images or videos of anyone outside of me and my dog and my family. Literally, I would have my friends' pictures and delete them after I send it to them because I ain't got no storage space for you, baby girl. Like, this world is a sick world.
And I see pictures and videos. I'm talking about, there was, the one video that creeped me out the most. I know I'm laughing. I don't take nothing seriously, but at the time I took it seriously. Did I take it seriously? I didn't cry, nothing. I wasn't mad. I was just like, what the fuck is this? But I'm laughing now because, like, whatever. The funniest thing about that was one of the posts was a video of me crying. Yo, I was hysterical because a long time ago, maybe like almost 10 years ago, I was on a train coming home from school or work, one of those things. And I don't know if y'all from Brooklyn, New York, but I was on a 3 train, and you know that platform runs on that high upper level outside. And there was a fight, an altercation in my cart on the train I was in between these boys. But it was one boy that was by himself, and it was 3 boys that was together, and they were jumping him. And like, nobody was trying to intervene until like I was a little further out, and then I was screaming like, oh, tell him to stop. Because honestly, I'm a person, I cannot see people or animals or anything getting hurt. I cannot see it and stand by. Like, I know my mom always say don't put yourself in situations, but I'm not a person that could just stand by. Like, I gotta do something, like throw something, call for help, hit some. I gotta do something. I just can't sit here idly by and watch something or someone just get hurt. You know what I'm saying? So this guy finally tries to like break it up. Then the platform doors open. People are telling the conductor to stop the train. Platform doors open at the platform. We finally get to the platform, and the fight is like bumbling outside. Like, this is a sidebar story, but it's bumbling outside of the train cart. And all of a sudden, as I'm like going near the fight, like trying to see if I can do something, I just hear this loud bang. And when I tell y'all, my eardrums, like, I felt like my eardrums popped. Like, I started hearing just hollow, like, ooh, 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 ooh. And then all I could see was the 3 boys running. I'm looking down at my clothes. I got blood splatter on me. And the boy that they were jumping is literally laying on a platform with a big hole in the middle of his head. Like, not a big hole, but you can see, like, he was Latin, like he was Spanish, so his hair is like, I don't even want to talk about it. But nevertheless, that happened. And then I had made a video right after, like I need to stop the violence. I was crying because I had never seen something like that, like, happen in front of me in my life ever. Like never seen. Like, to this day, I still have never seen anything that gruesome in person. And of course I've seen stuff in videos, but of course, like, I've seen stuff like that in videos, but never in person. And y'all, I was like crying in the video, like, oh, why are y'all doing this to each other? Like, why all the violence? Like, this is like fucked up. Like, y'all need to stop. And that was the day I learned to never cry on social media, because I thought I was like telling people, like, look at this. Like, this is like, I'm showing them my shirt. Like, this is disgusting. Like, why are y'all treating each other like this? And I remember Trini from, what video is that Trini's from? The Brothers video. I remember he had hit me up like, girl, take that video down. You look crazy. You look weak, blah, blah, blah. So nevertheless, yeah, I was crying, snotty nose, everything. And that video was on this page. And I'm just like, yo, I don't even have that video. I had literally deleted it, so I don't even have it. So who the hell screenshotted that video from over 6, maybe 5, 6 years ago and still had access to it? to repost it here. Like, it was so crazy that the video looked like some Android video. That's how old. You could tell it was something that was so old. And I look so young. I look like a baby. And I was like, oh my god, like, this is crazy. Like, I was more focused on how babyish I look. I was like, oh my god, you look like a little baby. Like this is crazy. But yeah, so they had that post on the page. They had like my little sister, Snapchat or whatever. Mind you, I don't even have Snapchat. I don't have Snapchat. I haven't had Snapchat in years. So I wouldn't even know what my sister's Snapchat was, but this person had it. Mind you, my sister's a teenager. You get what I'm saying? So they had that on the page. What else they had? Pictures of my mom, my dad, like just random stuff. Like, literally they had a lot of stuff that I don't even have access to. Like, and what was so crazy and creepy about it was that a lot of the pictures and videos they were posting were from different eras of my life. So there were some from like as far as back as like motherfucking 2016. I'm looking at the content and I can remember the years. Like, this is from 2018, this is from 2019, this is from January of this year, this from, and I'm just like, who has been collecting all this information? Like, that's when I realized, like, it can't be just one person, because there's not one person I can think of who has had access to me for that longer period, like that close of an access to have that much direct information. Like, and I was just thinking to myself, like, are these people building cults? And what ended up making sense to me, I would never forget, right? One time, my Trini, right, my ex, I remember when I was arguing with Big Back. Remember Big Back from that story time? The Jamaica story time I had here? I was arguing with Big Back on Instagram. And my homegirl from Virginia, she hit me up like, oh, you good or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, mind you, she don't even have Instagram. And I'm like, yeah, what's up? And she's like, oh, no, because my baby father and Trini, your ex, whatever, they was talking about some shit with you on Instagram. And I was trying to listen and catch tea, but I didn't get to hear everything, so I just wanted to know. So I hit up Trini like, why are you in my business? Like, why are you whatever? And he's just like, well, if you don't post it, then I wouldn't know, right? So, mind you, I had Trini blocked and everything. He had me blocked. So the fact that he was even in the mix of that, oh, weirdo. But nevertheless, he taught me a big lesson there, because I'm thinking to myself was, it's impossible for this to be one person. True. But how did all these people from different eras get this information together? Like, and I'm thinking, like, I got ops from different eras. Like, I got, every era there's an op, because you already know every level different, the same devil, different devils, whatever y'all want to talk about it. I got ops to come, waiting for you, ready for the opposition. Pop, pop, pop. That's ghetto. But nevertheless, so I'm like, I got ops from every era, so how are these ops linking up? So I'm thinking to myself, imagine that if I'm arguing, that's why I don't argue with people online no more. If anybody used to know me, I used to be like Rihanna on the internet. Every time I have an issue with somebody, I'm gonna let it be known. I'm gonna put the I'm gonna come from my page, my stories. I'm dunning you out loud, personal. But then I realized that shit is very uncouth. Like, it's not cute. You know what I'm saying? You got people in your business, people are getting entertained, people are laughing at you, and you sitting here, you really mad. Like, when my shoes and my freaking suitcase and all that stuff got stolen and being worn, I was really upset because I lost out on money. I lost out on my belongings and my stuff. So I'm sitting here mad and people are sitting here entertained. So I don't do that no more. I don't give people a show anymore. But I'm thinking to myself, like, all them times I did give them a show, I've probably had different people, like, hitting people up. Like, say I added Big Back and at her and told her about herself. Now another op that's a monitoring spirit that's watching me, stalking me, is watching my interaction with Big Back, and then gonna hit up Big Back like, hey, yo, I got this on Sarah, blah, 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 we should join forces. People do stuff like that. I even have an email, y'all, I'm about to add it right here, yo. Look at this email, bro. Literally, somebody emailed me like, hey, we don't like the same person. I wanted to know if you can link up, whatever this shit says, because I didn't read it. I'm gonna look it up after and put it. But I blocked that email address. Like, girl, are you dumb? Was it an email? Or I think they hit up my business page or my website, something, wherever this come from. But girl, like, why would Girl, I'm not a op linking up, girl. When I got beef, I got solo beef, bitch. I don't need no team. I don't need no backbone. I'm gonna handle my shit by myself. I always do, all the time. And I would never, like, I would never link up with somebody else off for the sake of hating somebody else. Like, girl, are you dumb? Like, are you stupid? I'm not no hating asshole. If I have a problem with you, it's directly that problem. I never turn it into somebody else or try to have a situation where there's ops linking up. First of all, I'm a person, I'm not even a hater. Even if I see somebody who's an op and they look nice and they look good, I'm the type of person to be like, yo, she look mad fire. Like, I don't like her, but she look good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a hater. I'm never gonna link up. But so I'm feeling like that's probably what's been going on. All them times I'm crashing out online, I'm giving people tea and giving my ops access to each other. And now when people hate you and they're monitoring spirits and they can't leave you alone, they start linking up. My ex Trini even told me that he linked up with Big Back and they were trying to plot against me. Like, he literally came out and told me that. Showed me the messages of her hitting him up, all that stuff. So I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. It's weird, but it comes with the territory. I'm a boss. I'm a boss ass. I'm a boss ass. You know the words. So it comes with the territory. I used to be mad and I used to feel away about it. But I know myself. I know my God. I know my Allah. I know my scriptures. I know where I'm going. I don't know exactly where I'm going. And I don't know exactly how I'm getting there. But I know I'm destined for something great. And I know that I only have ambition and courage and great things coming for me. And all the adversity is only going to build character, okay? I wouldn't be who I am today without adversity. That's why when people try to shame me for certain stuff that I've been through, it's like, I don't care, because I wouldn't be who I am without those things. So if I'm happy and I'm in love with who I am today, I needed that strife. I needed those negative things. I needed that. You need that? You need that? Yeah, I needed that. You need that? Like they say now, that Stevie, do you need that? Yeah, I needed that. So I'm good. I'm okay with it. So I ended up blocking that page. They ended up making another page. And y'all, when I tell you, they were down to stalking my Depop. Like, they got my Depop canceled. Like, they were trying to get my Instagram canceled because I kept getting emails of like people reporting my page. But they kept reporting my Depop page. You know, I got a new Depop, y'all. It's gonna be down in the bio. Shop some of my stuff. I'm gonna be adding some nice cute stuff that I only wore once, and I dry cleaned them. But yeah, they reported my first Depop was lit. I had over 1,000 followers. I was selling like hotcakes. They got my shit deleted. Fucking haters. But I made me a new one, period. And that's why the second I start like getting into a bad situation with somebody and they got access to my Instagram, I immediately like block them. Like, you're not finna be reporting my shit, get my shit deleted. Like, facts. And even if you did, I'm gonna start another one. Like, listen, what's destined for me can never be taken away by a motherfucking hater, okay? So that was what, 2 stories. Let me see if I have like 2 more creepy. What they did after that, yeah, they just kept making fake pages until they gave up at one point. But let me see if I have any more. I do have a little more creepy stories. Okay, so I went through 2 of them. So I have like 1, 2, I got like 4 more. I'll make them quick because I think we are almost about to be at the 1.5 hour mark. Yo, y'all, there was this guy who stalked me after I met him on the street and gave him my Instagram, right? So one day I'm just randomly walking in my neighborhood, but I wasn't that close to home, right? And this guy pulled up next to me in a car. And this was years ago, because me today would never. He pulled up next to me in a car. I'm walking with my dog, and he like tried to talk to me, whatever. I didn't want to give him my number, so he asked me if I had Instagram, so I gave him my Instagram. So now he keep insisting he give me a ride home, but I'm like, no, like I'm not far from home, whatever. So now I'm walking with my dog and he keeps following me with the car. So I start getting irritated because I'm just like, I already gave you my IG against my better judgment. I'm not giving you my number and I'm getting a ride home from you. So just go your way. Like, I'm literally walking right now. So he keep following me in the car, keep making attempts, and I realized that I'm not shaking this guy. Like, I'm lost. Like, why are you not leaving? And I'm asking, like, I'm clearly verbatim asking him to leave and he's not, right? So after we get to like a couple of blocks, I make a turn, but I'm going the opposite way from my house now because I don't want him to know where I live. So I'm walking the opposite way, and now I'm getting tight, so I start cursing him out. So I start getting hostile. I even pick up my dog now, because I don't even want my dog walking. I pick up my dog. I'm holding my dog, and I'm saying, like, I'm gonna call the cops, like, whatever. So now he start getting disrespectful, like, oh, fuck out of here, it's not even that deep, blah, blah. Doing the absolute most. So what I did, I pulled out my phone, I walked to the back of his car, I took a picture of the license plate, and I start calling. So as I'm calling, he's still talking shit, so I put it on speaker so he can hear the operator. As soon as he hear the operator, he stick his middle finger up, say some, curse me out, whatever, so whatever, but he speeds off, right? Y'all, as I'm walking now, good thing I didn't make a U-turn, because I'm still on the phone with the cops now. And I'm just telling them, like, oh, I got the license plate, if you want to still have it, whatever. This guy's, like, stalking me, harassing me. I just met him on the avenue. Like, I don't even know him. He just stopped, asked my information, whatever. So they're asking me questions, make and model, whatever. So I'm like, I'm going to just walk around the block and then go home from the other way. This man makes a U-turn and curses me out again while I'm still on the phone with the cops. So now I'm shook. So now I completely go to the little, like, mini mall near my house, and then I call my brother to come pick me up, and he can't pick me up, right? So I'm thinking that's the end of that. Y'all, literally, I forgot I gave him my Instagram. I forgot. I don't know how many months before my birthday this was, but it was not too long, maybe like a couple of weeks or a month or 2 months. But then my birthday come around 1 year, and I'm posting that it's my birthday. Everybody reposting me. And then I start getting spammed in my Instagram, right? Y'all, you know I stopped to think about? Remember I was telling y'all about the fake page? Sidebar. Remember I was telling you about the fake page that was posting my father, whatever? The reason why I brought up, like, my father passing was because they had literally, like, manipulated his picture, like his headshot, and they placed it in a casket and posted it on the page. Like, they thought that shit was gonna frighten me or make me cry or crash out. Like, girl, I got a real picture of him in a casket. You wanna see? Like, girl, like, I'm not trying to make light of the situation, but it's just kind of like, sometimes people will try to do stuff to get under your skin, but when you understand your connection with God and you understand yourself, stuff like that would never bother you or harm you. So I just say that to say, like, they were doing stuff like that. Like, that's how creepy it got. But nevertheless, let's go back to the story about this loser right here, right? So I don't even know his name or anything, right? So the day of my birthday come, I'm posting it's my birthday, and I start getting mad messages and comments. Somebody commenting, like, cussing me out, cussing me to blood clip, post that, or cuss me out, like, oh yeah, I hope you unalive, you dirty, blah blah, just cursing me out. So I decided to answer one of the messages back. Mind you, while I'm answering them, they're still writing. I'm talking about essays. Like, they're not just writing me, like, they're leaving essays underneath my comments, essays on my DMs. And I'm like, who is this? And they're like, oh yeah, you remember me? You met me on the corner of this street. I'm the one in this car, and you try to call the cops on me, you hateful black bitch, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, what the, like, I'm like, are you shitting me? Like, literally, like, you gotta be diabolical and utterly unhinged. And I know that they say that everybody is unhinged, but there is a certain level of unhinged I cannot accept. The only unhinged I choose to accept is people who are reactive unhinged. So you see how Tommy and Krishan and all them people be acting and reacting to fuckery? That's unhinged. But people who are provokingly unhinged, where you have no reason to be this unhinged, you're choosing to do this without provocation, without reason, I can't rock with that. Because what is that about? Like, you literally met a stranger on the street, you followed them in your car, they rejected you, they called the cops on you, you kept their social media, and I had no interactions with him until that very day. So that was what's so weird about it, because I never got a follow that day. It wasn't like he followed me. I never got a follow or nothing. I'm thinking that he didn't even remember he took my IG. Like, he just probably like, oh, this dumb, call the cops on me, whatever. I'm thinking he went about his business. I was never thinking that he kept my Avi and then was keeping tabs on me and waited until the day I said, hey, it's my birthday, to now try to, like, cyberbully me, I guess, in a way. So yeah, I blocked that page, and that was around the time where Instagram didn't have that if you want to block this one person, block everybody feature. So I kept having to block pages because he came back twice or 3 times with different pages. And this was on the day of my birthday. Like, who does that? Like, I remember my ex Trini, not to keep bringing him up, but he does that every year. Like, every year for my birthday, he literally hits me up with some BS. Like, I guess to ruin my day. Like, people are so weird. Like, that's why now I got the message request where it's like, you can't just access me. You can't just comment on my stuff. You can't just access my page. Like, you can't just DM me, whatever. Like, I need to vet stuff out because people cyberbullying you and harassing you, it's a real thing. It doesn't just happen to celebrities. It happens to regular people like us, like, every single day. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all have been cyberbullied in one case or another. Just because y'all don't tell y'all stories, but y'all have been cyberbullied. I know y'all have. I get cyberbullied all the time. And it's never not weird. Like, it's always weird. Always. Like, forever going to be weird. Because I just can't see myself doing it. Voluntarily cyberbullying somebody. Like, I may cuss you out for a second if you piss me off and you try to come at me online or whatever. I'm trying to defend myself. But after I give you that one lick of cussing, I'm good. Bye. The fuck? I'm going about my business. To cyberbully and stalk somebody, though, that's sick. What's next on my page? Oh, y'all, I deadass have a functioning fake page. That's a mad creepy. Like, I literally have a page and I did not know about it until I took my hiatus. So there's this fake page. I don't know if I could find it because they automatically blocked me from the very get-go, because the only way I was able to see it was from a friend's phone. So I can't access it from my devices. I might be able to access it from my iPad because my iPad is fairly new. So I'm going to try to see if I can get access to it so I can show y'all. I'm going to add it here if I do. Maybe I might find it. But if y'all do go to it, report it, because that's not me. But nevertheless, there's this page that literally started a couple of years ago. Like, literally before the pandemic. And it's been functioning since then up to now. Every time I change my Avi, it changes the Avi to match. It has the same information in my bio. It has my website in the bio. It has, like, most of my pictures, most of the content on my page is on that page. It posts in its stories, and I think it has an OnlyFans too. And of course, when you go to it, you don't see me. You know what I'm saying? You see somebody else, or maybe people said that they've seen people with my, like, that has, like, my complexion or whatever, but they know it's not me, whatever. Like, it's connected to that, whatever. But this person keeps up with my actual page, and it's running their own page. And there was one year I took a hiatus where I did not want to be on social media, so I disabled my Instagram account, and I just didn't have an IG. And I had a homeboy who hit me up like, why you keep messaging me, asking me, like, all this stuff? And I'm just like, I don't even have Instagram right now. I haven't had Instagram in like 7 months. So he sent me a screenshot to my phone, whatever. I'm looking, I'm like, bro, that's Hot Harris 1. Like, I'm just Hot Harris. Like, that's not me. And he's like, nah, like, your other page, I can't find it, and this page came to follow me. So now I was like, all right, when I see you, show me, but that's not me. So when I met up with him, he's showing me and shit, and I'm like, bro, like, this person, first of all, I feel like the people that know me and follow me are dumbasses, because a lot of people I knew were following this page. And I'm just like, y'all must not really know me to be following this page, bro. Like, I literally had to reopen my Instagram and tell people, like, this shit is fake. Like, please report it and stop following it, stop entertaining it. Like, it's ridiculous. But it was just, I got a nice text message, but it was just real, like, creepy that to have, like, a functioning fake page and you're not a celebrity. Like, I'm not a celebrity, and I literally have someone using my likeness, my pictures, even my business. Like, they have Deharasnyc up there and everything. Like, I feel like that's just to a next level. Like, I understand, like, stealing my pictures and, like, making, like, a page and catfishing someone or something like that. Like, I get that, but, like, the way this fake page is, like, really functioning, like, they add stories every day, and they be adding my stories, like, and it's crazy because there are a lot of times where I'll look through my stories and I'll see certain pages and names, and then I'll go back and I won't see it anymore. And these are probably these people. Like, they know that I'm a person. I'm big on blocking people. Like, my block list is hefty. Like, I be wanting to block people so bad. Like, I have a throwaway compulsion. Like, my mom said I have an issue where I like to throw stuff away. Like, I love throwing garbage away, or trying to deem something garbage so I can throw it away. Like, the feeling of it is so amazing. And that's how I am with blocking people. Like, I be wanting people to give me a reason. Just give me a reason to block you, bro. Just give me a motherfucking reason. Give me a reason. So as soon as I be seeing certain like pages and I be feeling like it's a monitoring spirit, or pages I don't know, or pages that's just watching me too hard and don't interact with me, block. That's why I think I'm really gonna start using my close friends, because I can't bother. Too many monitoring spirits. Like, but then I hate close friends because I ain't really gonna post nothing special in there. It ain't gonna be nothing exotic or nothing in there. Like, it'll be regular stuff. So it's a double-edged sword. But anyways, it's so creepy having a fake page of you out there that's just on your toes, on your every move, and you don't know what they're sending out to gullible eyes and gullible people, and you don't even know who's behind it. Like, even the page with my dad and my family and stuff, like, to this day, I have an idea of at least 2 people that I think are behind it based on the information that was on there. But then there's still other people that could be anyone. And I do feel like it's more than one, even more than 2 people that did that together. And what's so crazy is that I feel like it's somebody that was very close to me because of one piece of information. But I don't fuck with them anymore anyways, off of some next shit. So I'm not even fazed by it. But I'm mad I didn't notice it then. But I should have noticed it, because y'all, you always get clues. Like, there's a lot of things that I'm looking at now that I already had like red flags and context clues. I was just choosing to be blind. That's why you really gotta like be one with your God, so that you can have clarity. Always when you praying, ask God for clarity, bro. That's one thing we always need to ask for: wisdom and clarity. Okay? Because you'll literally be like lost without that. Literally, no pun intended. Okay, so we winding down. Let me see what else has happened. Oh yeah, y'all, one time, but I think I know who did it. I think it was my ex Trini. But one time somebody spent 24 hours, literally a whole day, like from the middle of the night one night to the middle of the next night, trying to hack my Instagram, through my email and everything. Like, every 15 minutes I kept getting notifications on my phone and my iPad, like, oh, somebody's trying to log in via "is this you, accept." And I'm like, yo, it was to the point where I couldn't use my devices. It was one point I almost pressed accept, like, because I was trying to decline and clear the screen, but my phone just kept going off. My emails, mad. Well, I'm telling you, I think I had in total 47 login attempts. I was so scared that my page was going to get shut down. And then my devices kept asking me to like accept the forgot password. Like, yo, I was like, am I getting hacked by the freaking China? Like, that shit was crazy to me. Like, I was like, damn, they're about to take my IG. This shit about to be crazy. But it stopped after 24 hours. But I really think it was my ex. I ain't even gonna lie. But who wants somebody IG that bad? Like, I'm not a celebrity. I don't get paid on Instagram. I don't got that many followers. Like, I don't got reach where you can market and stuff like that. Like, why would you want to take my page that motherfucking bad? My Instagram is the only Instagram I've ever had. Like, from Instagram, the first time Instagram started, I've been on that app and I never got off. This has been my only page. When I want to take a hiatus, I just disable it and I come back on. But to see somebody really trying to hack my page for a whole day to the point where I can't even use my devices was insane to me. It was so creepy, because it's creepy and scary because you don't know who's doing it. You can have an inkling or an idea, but not knowing is the scary part about all this stuff. So yeah, the last creepy thing that I ever like went through online, I still have other creepy stuff. Like, this is not that creepy. I have other creepier stuff, but this one was funny, y'all. Before I started doing like message requests and only certain people could DM me, I used to get flooded with eggplant pictures in my DMs every day. Every morning I wake up and it'd be eggplants. And I'm not saying just pictures. I'm talking about videos of the hands in action and the milk springing. Like, it used to be like disgusting, of course, and I used to block them, but I still used to click on it and look like, what the fuck? Like, I was so intrigued because just, you know, you don't get to, as a woman, you don't get to see a lot of different type of eggplants, like their color, shape, size, design, whatever, because you don't have that many partners. So just getting so many videos, I used to be like, oh shit, like. So yes, y'all, that was like some of my creepy online stories, okay? From stalkers, monitoring spirits, to eggplant pictures and videos of the squirt squirt. What I want to say, if you guys have ever had creepy online stalkery, monitoring spirits, even nasty perverted experiences, use your discretion and drop it in the comments below, because I love listening to y'all stories. Like when y'all be telling me y'all experiences and I be reading it, I be trying to give y'all advice, y'all give me advice. Y'all know I'm always in these comments. I live in the comments, y'all. I always make time out of my day to answer y'all, especially when I'm taking a break. What I did want to end off the video by saying is that we are still on our road to 5K, y'all. I appreciate every single last one of you guys, and I'm so happy we are building our tribe. We are less than 400 subscribers away to 5K, and we are doing a 5K giveaway like I told y'all. And what's the last thing I wanted to say to you guys? I already told you guys to shop the websites. I'm not gonna do that again. You guys can follow my Instagram if you want, and your girl birthday is coming, so I'm definitely gonna tap into Vlogmas, and I want you guys to tell me, what do you want me to do for y'all for Vlogmas? I have my ideas, but I also want to give y'all stuff that y'all want, and a lot of the videos that I have made, you guys have requested, so I definitely want to tap into that. I'm gonna tap into my scary story, my scary New Orleans horror story before Thursday, which is Halloween, and that's gonna wrap up my Vlogtober. I didn't really do much for Vlogtober because, like I said, I've been doing all this transition, and thank you guys for just hearing me vent. Like, I know there's people that this is gonna be their first time watching this video and they're gonna be like, what is she talking about? But for all my returning subscribers, you already know it's Tia, and you guys know how I like to end off my video. If you're not going to do anything else, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're not going to do anything else, make sure you what? Pour into yourself. Pour into your motherfucking self, because they hate that. They hate it, and it's their personal problem, not yours. See y'all in the next one. Bye.